Do you think men should be vulnerable to men or men should be vulnerable to women?
So if you drag me, we'll generate on fashion.
The real misogynists are not on social media.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why must you drive Benz?
Sorry for the laugh.
If I buy motor, show you.
See, I think dating is already expensive. So let's
That is not the bone of collection.
There's nothing that isn't shaped by what has happened around you.
Give it to the poor.
Which poor? Why poor?
Where your thought reach? Give your things to your poor.
Give your things to the poor. Me and Elon Musk, we sit down for the same share. My wife will not do shit.
What is one take that you say now that you get cancelled on the spot?
I believe that women should not work. Ladies and gentlemen, all out here, man. My name is Moshokwe Jojo Mayingbe, child of God with a little, just a little touch of agege. And you're welcome back to Waiting They Sup. Meet my guys.
My name is Ejiro. I'm not like him. I'm a peace-loving gentleman, child of God. I do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I have our sister in the Lord here.
My name is Heidi. I'm the princess of the house.
No,
Nice
we did not
to
give
meet
you
you
that one. Hey, relax.
I have
Princess.
assumed the
Relax.
position.
Me like if Sophia the first, leave Sophia the first.
Wow.
Thank you.
Is that Sophia or not Sophia? Sophia.
So yeah, you guys, growing up, which church did you people attend and which one are you attending now? Like me now, growing up, I attended the White Garment Church. CNS.
What's that?
precisely.
What does? I don't know what that
You guys
is.
don't
Are you
wear
guys?
slippers,
Yeah, the ones that don't wear
I think there
slippers.
are two. There are majorly two in Nigeria, right? CNS, Cherubim and Seraphim,
Okay.
and CCC, Celestial Church of Christ.
Okay.
So there are a lot of ideologies that differentiate the two. But then one major one that I know that helps me differentiate them is Celestials believe that whenever they put on the garment, they must not wear footwear to anywhere.
Okay.
Do you understand? So if a celestial person puts on garment and comes inside here now, they will not wear footwear. But if CNS person puts on garment and he's not inside the church, you can wear
So that means
I
they
see.
wear the garment in their house. They won't wear slippers.
celeb people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will not wear.
Fair enough.
So there are a lot of other ideologies. That one's just the one I know. So yeah. So I attended CNS growing up, right? And now I currently attend LSC, Omoli, that's Redeem. Why did I change?
Wait, first of all, did your parents have an issue with you switching?
So my dad passed last year. So that was why it was easy.
Freedom.
So there was...
Sorry. I'm so sorry
That's
about
bad.
your dad.
That's bad. Are you aware?
Yeah, that.
You know my
Sorry.
last. Shout out to him though.
So yeah, that was why it was very, very easy. Me and my mom, we did. We did. So as I
Is she
just...
still going there, or I
my
should
mom,
just
yeah,
let you?
my mom still attends the
Okay.
White Garment
Are you
Church.
sure you're the only one in the redeem now? Or your siblings are still?
Oh, my siblings still attend the White Garment Church as well, but then they're in school, right? They're not, so it's just the few times when they come home.
Why did you switch?
Why did I switch? They were people my age were no longer there. One, people my age, right? They were no longer there. One, and then secondly, Olofa. I would say it was a divine instruction. Because truthfully, if I look at everything that God has helped me do this year, I don't think that I would have been able to do them if I was still there. I'm not saying that there are no opportunities there, and I'm not saying you should go to church because of the opportunities that you will get. It was just divine.
Yeah, go for yourself, basically. So don't be like shopper.
Cool. What about you?
Princess, go first.
Me? I grew up in a Methodist church, and now I attend Celebration Church.
Wow, someone say glory.
Glory, clockist, say clockist.
Endless 1 billion souls in 1,000.
Yeah. Celebrating endless life in
I know
Christ.
these things.
But yeah,
What did you change?
I think that just when I started attending CCI, I just realized that I learned more about who I was and the faith that I believe in, and just who God is to me. So I think like my faith walk really went up when I started like learning and knowing more, which is why I'm still there till now.
Okay. For me, I done a lot of churches. Based on who born me. It's not like it's my choice. So let me put it down first.
Did you say you attend or you attended?
Brother, relax. I'm getting there. Okay. So when I was like 1, 2, 3, I was in MFM.
How do you know? They told you.
Let's just say they told me. Then maybe like from that age till let's say 10, 11, I was in Redeem. And then from that age to about 18, 19, I was in Winners. And then from that one, I currently attend this star. So moving from Redeem to this, I was just more of like a community for me. So I got into church one day. My guy was like, "Oh, there are many cool guys like you. Come to church." That was what he sold me with, right? So I came like, okay, let me see cool guys, right? And apart from like just cool guys, it was just how much of the service appealed to me. But I don't think it was as important as walking towards the door to go home and then having somebody say, "Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing you in church. How are you? What's your name?" And it felt good to like, oh, in this whole multitude of people, someone can recognize
care
me.
about
Like,
me.
this is the first time I go to church. How you did? I like what you're wearing. I'm like, oh, and you come back again.
Yeah.
And since then, I've not left. So, yeah, that's
cool.
just the story.
Amazing
Nice,
stuff.
nice.
Yeah, amazing stuff. Yeah. So I think community is a very good stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So I saw this stuff, very interesting stuff on Twitter, and I want to share it with you people. It was the thing is a very very dicey topic. You know, it disturbs me from time to time.
From time to time, brother, don't you sleep.
At the reason
Don't you sleep
so
at night?
the lady said they would make you hate your husband,
Wow.
hate your motherhood, and see your children as only this thing as only inconveniences, and grow disabled.
Now, I ain't supposed to read this. Grow disgruntled.
You will grow that thing that I say.
Let Agege leave you, brother.
Cannot with your life because you are not choosing yourself. Then somebody under the tweet now said, "How can some random person on the internet make you hate your husband unless you are already harboring resentment towards him?"
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking, right? How impressionable as a people are we? Like, how much of an influence can somebody have on you? Do you think that you have become more do the things you believe in now, do they come from what you're consuming on your phone majorly, or you've just had a stance about those things and you've held that up? And also, influencers, how much of accountability should they give to themselves because of the people that are watching them?
Well, I think we're definitely all more impressionable than we think we are, and I think that even outside of social media, I think everyday things, our environment shapes our perspectives. So there's nothing that like isn't shaped by what has happened around you. I think there's little that isn't shaped by what has happened around you, or what you're seeing, or what you're consuming, or what you're hearing. So I think we're definitely more impressionable than we think we are. And even to that issue of, okay, how can someone make you hate somebody if you were not already harboring? I think it's just like water to a plant, basically. I think, yes, there are issues there, but what if that person went online and instead of seeing, oh, your husband hates you, or, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, they saw something that encouraged them to forgive or to love or something that didn't make them compare themselves to something that is unrealistic. I think, you can't really say that these things do not affect people, the things that they see, the things that they hear, and push them to one edge or the other. Even though, yes, there may have been something there, but I think everything plays a part to pushing it in one direction or the other. And I think that's what social media does to all of us, honestly.
Have you ever had any experience where, like, you did something, you will come reason and say, where I learned this thing from? It has never happened to you. Like, maybe you said something, or you did something, or you behaved, or you just had the thought, and you're like, where did this thing come from? How did this thing come out of me? Has it ever happened to you?
I don't know. I think maybe something I saw on like Twitter where they talk about like just like street OT and stuff. So it's like if you're
Street
walking,
what? Sorry, you guys.
so it's like
Translate.
street,
Sophia the first, no verse.
street knowledge. Like how do you navigate your life as a youngin in the streets? So it's
Yeah.
like if you're walking on the road and maybe they won't obtain you, like everybody will say, hey, when you are those kind of things. So you go first vex for them, like you first change that for them. So someone I was on a bike, was trying to get money from the bike man. So I just look at him, I didn't say anything. He finished. Bike man gave me what he wanted, and it was like I was holding a bottle of water. I was like, hey, bro, give me this one.
You said, give us.
Now I look and say, wow, what's the worry now? Next thing say, she would be begging money, they squeeze face for us. I should not remember, I just want to remember that. This was not that. If first thing tell you that I'm actually near you, don't
you said we go give them back.
I'm like, I just would be like, hey, Charlie, about that, how you did? And maybe just, although nobody, everything was good. But I'm just saying, well, just based off that whole street, so this is how you, when they approach you like this, you don't even think and give it to them straight.
That you learn
from, and sometimes it's not always like that. Sometimes you can just dialogue, and sometimes you can be.
Honestly, this is crazy. That we are very, 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 very.
So like for that woman, I don't necessarily think she, maybe because I know the account.
Oh, okay.
So I always know that she's not somebody who's eating her husband. Obviously, he had more context than that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I believe, like I just said, these things shape our thoughts, they shape our ideas, they shape even our convictions. Sometimes what you believe, like have you got to the point where what you were vocal about, you still have the same stance, but you're not as vocal about it.
You are not bold
you don't want
enough
to go against the
You
masses.
still believe it though, but all of a sudden
You go down there,
about it again.
you go the way and say,
You go
say
there
this thing still.
sometimes you go one quote one thing to what you
I think there's also the opposite where like something you would not normally be angry about.
you're not.
Now like it's cool to be angry about it. It's cool to like call somebody else about this thing. Like it's not necessarily something you're angry about, and it's like, okay, how much can we think for ourselves? Where it's like you're just adopting mass anger. You're adopting. I mean, there is
this thing. There's bandits, but go on.
I mean, there's
like people who get.
What's your obsession with bandits?
Wait, it's not that. I want
why
to
are you a
join
bandit?
them.
Let's be.
Like the whole killing thing that happened in the north. You see people come out to talk about it, not because they really care.
That's not what I mean, no.
Okay, that's not.
Because there's place for social justice, and I think that's something we should work ourselves up to. Because a lot of times we can be disengaged because we're not that close to it, and we should like. Even if you're not feeling it in your heart, you need to know that there are people dying. Work yourself up to it because you should care. It is not only when like it's at your doorstep that you should care. But the other aspect that I'm really talking about is things that are necessarily not good for society or things that do not benefit us as a people. But because like it's cool to feel that way or it's cool to be angry about that.
Specific, like examples.
For example, it's cool to call people out on Twitter. So, like, somebody says something that you don't necessarily agree with, and you yourself, you're not a mean person. You're someone who would correct someone in love.
Okay.
But because it's now cool to do that, you come up with a
savage response.
Exactly.
You know. But, we want, everybody wants to be right. Exactly. I know the right thing. Yeah, above, regardless of how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of your approach. Yeah,
it's crazy stuff. I agree. Honestly, we are very, very, and you know, it's something that I would always do now. In the scriptures, the Bible says that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Meaning that the faith that we build. Let me not use faith. Our perspective about things, it is heavily, heavily dependent on what we are hearing. So that's why it's the same thing with faith. So the way we build our faith is to continually hearing faith stuff. So either you like it or not, if you continually hearing negative stuff, or you go be negative person. Cannot fight it. So yeah.
One question I want to ask though is, do we think that online spaces are amplifying our dissatisfaction with, say, things like marriage? Because I feel like there's also an attack on that. I think there is. I think, there's a lot of, I don't know. People have opinions on how things should be.
Okay.
And they are not necessarily, they don't necessarily align with everyone's values. And so I think there's a tendency for that mass opinion to seep into,
Yeah.
you know,
Regular interaction.
yeah, exactly. The way people feel about their spouses, the way people feel about someone.
Hello.
Okay, I'm just speaking my words
Oh, yeah, say space now.
wisely, but yeah, I feel like a lot of that seeps into how, like, you would normally not be upset about something in your home, and because you saw on Twitter or X that someone said, you know,
Oh, sorry. You were your wife need to cook for 4 a.m. because
exactly.
You can't really disturb your
true.
Or
wife.
you that you
It's
would
true.
actually be fine with doing that
Yeah,
for your
no,
husband.
yeah, you can't say.
Now you think that you're a clown because
You're
everybody.
a slave, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like there's a lot of that seeps into,
Yeah,
like, how much do we stand by what we
We believe in, honestly.
Yeah, because I feel like these things are blanket statements that are thrown out. Like, if I want to be a housewife, that should be okay.
I mean,
And if I do not want to be a housewife, like, my value should be based on reason and truth rather than mass appeal. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, right? I think I don't know, I think it's just part of the world that we're in and how sponsored by the enemy, there's also just like this wave of, I feel like that dissatisfaction is not even normal. I do not think it's normal because that's why you see somebody posting, like, you watch a TikTok of a girl doing like a regular video and you see her house is just basic and you already begin to feel like something is wrong about this, but you're forgetting that's actually people live reality.
yeah.
Because you're expecting that someone's on TikTok and all the houses is like POB and fancy, like, yeah, forget that. And that's not bad, just regular stuff.
Yeah.
And then in your head, you're like, there's something has to be wrong with this person. So I feel like we're not just satisfied with ourselves first.
Yes.
And so
I agree.
So we just then find little triggers to just poke at those things and then we go off. Like, today I was coming somewhere and like one woman had, like, these guys who put load in wheelbarrows.
Okay.
So she was trying to cross the other side and then just passing like a covert, the small roads where you just have to take and then she was like telling the two ladies that, oh, can you please just move a bit so that this guy can just find his way, and they were like giving off attitude and they're like, no, they're not going, and they were almost exchanging. I was looking at the woman, looking at this girl, I'm like, this woman's old enough to be
Your mom.
I'm like, but maybe on TikTok or Twitter they have seen the whole conversation of how rightfully so older people have a way of bullying us, letting us speak for our right, and then they're just like, oh, they must stand their right.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
something has to change.
I feel like, if you have good values, like, stick by it.
Stick by it.
If somebody wants to take advantage of the good values that they have,
That's
that should
on
not
them.
still that should not move your conviction to
and say you
honor
stop being a
people.
good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, just honor people. Just don't allow the social media fool you because it's not real. At
the end of the day,
they'll be posting your good side, the bad side. You post when your husband will buy a car. When he's broke, you will not hear about it.
So you
fair enough. Who wants to post bad things? Post your good things.
Bad things. That's things that happen. Like,
it's reality.
It's the reality you're comfortable with sharing.
It's reality. I think
that's also true.
I think that you should not, your stance should be solid regardless of how any other person portrays it.
Yeah.
Especially if you have if it's a good stance, you know that this thing is a good thing. Even if it is portrayed into, one of the major things that the world does is good is equal to mumu.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So if you love your wife too much,
Sacrifice.
you're a simp.
Yeah, exactly.
So he has made everybody wants to. Nobody wants to be a mumu.
Yeah.
And then I was seeing a conversation about, like, how this thing has even affected the reality, like the technicalities of relationship.
Yeah.
Where you see somebody doesn't want to give himself up as doing too much. When ideally that should be you just pursuing someone like, oh, you don't want to. Someone say, oh, don't double text, so you show them you're not
easy to get or desperate.
I'm like, are you a foolish person?
On,
What is wrong with you, right? So we're getting these ideologies that just form how we even interact with other people.
Other people.
Yeah.
And it's like in real life, you get hurt from like on social media, you're fine.
Yeah.
On social media, you can wait, they'll take. But real life,
Real
you
life,
move on.
yeah.
And then you now know that social media is not real life.
That's why I'm saying that content creators need to honestly, not content, influencers. I mean,
But to be-
speak to your people.
But to be fair, I feel like these influences don't even just come from a curated amount of people.
Just life, you know what I mean?
it's
It's
like
life. Yeah, I
everybody
get
on
it.
X is
Because
an
of life,
influencer.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I get
you
it.
see a tweet from a random person that just goes viral, and that's influencing a lot
yes,
of people.
yes.
So,
I'm just saying that at least let's try to contribute our own positive quota.
fair enough.
To it.
And I think just people need to know where their values are from and like have your source for where you get who you are from. And I think for a lot of Christians to be the Bible. But yeah, just know who you are, what you stand for, because if you don't dictate that, you, like a lot of people, there's more followers than they are dictators or leaders. And so a lot of people do not know who they are or what they are for, and you're allowing yourself to be susceptible to that form of just being swayed to and fro by every word or everything that sounds cool or looks good. I think even like down to things like the news, or not just the news, but like say mainstream media, a lot of things. I was so shocked one day. There was somebody, I don't want to name names, but like I thought this person was a bad person, a public figure. And I thought this person was a bad person because there's like lots of like, people saying this and
Negative
that
stuff
about the
about
person.
them.
I had never listened specifically to a podcast episode that they did, like a talk I had never listened personally. I just got my information about them from what every other person said. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. And we forget the fact that there are smear campaigns, like people are paid in mass to smear certain people's identities or
just
create a public like a perception of somebody.
Just made me realize that feminism itself, before I now actually went back to read about what it truly means and what I used to hate it. Like
you have a perception based
because
on
of what everything I've seen
exactly.
and stuff.
There are two questions I have for you guys. The first one is, what is something that, and I want all of us to answer, that you used to believe and now based on, hearing more about it or learning more about it, like you just said about feminism, like you've changed your mind or your perception?
The best answer I can give is probably that feminism thing. Yeah. It's probably because I think any other thing, default.
Yeah.
I always go back to the scriptures to check what the Bible says about it.
Fair enough.
Right.
I think me too. I think, there's the thing about patriarchy and, how men treat women. I think I've recently realized I've been shielded for a lot of my life. Yeah. And I've been around well-educated men who have sense and are loving. So a long time to me, that just seemed like you guys are angry for no reason. Like why is there like why are we adopting something that is not a reality anymore? And I think a lot of times that happens even with men, where they think that, because I'm a good man, I cannot see this thing happening because this is not something that I would do. You fail to realize that this is actually something that people are actively doing. So I think that's something that I've come to realize even as I've grown in the world, and I see that there are men who actually hate women. There are men who they are talking and they don't like to hear the sound of, like a woman cannot be talking to me.
Misogynists are not, that the real misogynists are not on social media.
Exactly.
Wow.
So,
You hear someone say, I cannot speak, like, go and call your,
like
someone literally
said in front of me, like, I tried to voice out something, like, why is a woman talking? And I was so sure. I was like, this happens? Like this, so I just like, for a long time, I was so shielded.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't mean that those things are not real. It just means, I haven't experienced them.
I think for me, something that I kind of experienced that I kind of tied back to social media and all of these things was like the beauty standard. Right? And I explained. So I was in it. Somebody was supposed to drop me off somewhere. So I think he was with his partner. I don't know if they married at that time, right? So she was sitting in the front, and then he was like, "Oh, could you see her at the back?" So he comes to the front. I think I was holding his stuff, so she comes down. I'm like, "Oh, she looks nice." Like, yeah, cause she did look nice, right? I'm like, "Oh," in my head, the first thing my head was like, "Oh, you get eye." You know, that's the thing. Tell your girl, "Oh, your baby's finally." And then I sit in the car and we're driving. It's just like I get like a caution. And it's like, "Oh, why do you automatically think she's a good person just because she looks good? Or why do you think that this is a good choice for him just because of how good she is?"
Fair enough.
I
Yeah.
had to sit in the car and in silence and process that thought. Because in my head, it's like, that's how, like, you see TikTok of like cute couples and you go to the comment section, "Oh, I want to be, I want to
Yeah. If
like,
if it's not this type,
yeah,
I don't want.
bring, and you always see that. And then in the car, it's almost like those people have to correct me, like, "Oh, you're saying because she looks good, then that's a good fit for me."
Yeah.
And so I just had to caution myself, like, it's not, obviously, yes, beauty is the end of the builder.
Yeah.
Stuff, but still, like,
This is the eye of the
but there has to be
revolver.
more than that. Like,
Yeah.
that should not be your initial thought.
That's so true. I feel like also when you meet people and you see a curated part of them and you see the real them, and you're just like,
How far?
yeah, like there are people who are good storytellers out here. There are people who are good curators of image, and a lot of times you see people saying, "Oh, I wish I was like this," or "I wish," and at the end of the day, you see the real person. I need water. Basically, you see people how like people are fawning in their like public figures, how people are fawning in their comment section. "Oh, this person is such a good person. This person is such a solid guy." But we forget that there are people who have gift of speech, people who have gift of storytelling and curation, and we cannot let this dictate how Yeah, exactly. Like,
It's crazy.
anyway.
I think this thing I said very valid. Sorry that I'm passing this over. Just to give context. I feel like people judge people based on their celebrity status. Because
That's why they judge you.
because
So.
putting with the celebrity
Yeah.
is a certain expectation of value from him that you just expect. But this person is human. You know?
Yeah.
He has that boundaries or he has that leverage to make mistakes. And all of that.
Yeah.
So how do you, what's that mentality behind, because this person is a public figure, we put the person on a very high
Pedestal.
and then at the end of the day, the person now mess up, messes up,
Yeah.
or does something, and people are like,
Cancel them.
you cancel me.
But shouldn't there be
Yeah.
expectations? No. I mean,
No.
there has to be like some form of positioning. Like if you are a celebrity, there's some things you cannot do when you go outside. There's some things you cannot
No,
say.
I don't think so
it's a function
necessarily.
of what you can do or
What you cannot do.
I'm saying from a value system position.
Yeah.
It's not even based on certain things. It's just based on the person's value.
I'm even saying that as a celebrity, you are a human. Just live like
Yeah.
normal human beings.
Yeah.
What can
Can we just bring that here? Let me just introduce that here. There's also like the opposite where people expect too much or put celebrities or public figures on this pedestal where they're almost not allowed to be human or imperfect. And it's like you see somebody on a bad day. There's one time, me personally, I have my own story of, not like of me. I saw a celebrity, an actress actually, that I really loved and looked up to. This was when I was younger. I was in primary school. I was we're traveling from secondary school. My secondary school was traveling for a competition, and I saw this lady in the airport, and she was with her glasses on. She was not in the mood, and like we're all like flocking around her. I was like, "We'd like to take a picture." And she was just like, and like over the years, I've discovered her story, how much she struggled with certain things, like how much she was in and out of the hospital for certain things, and I just look back and I realized I could have met her on a day where she was really struggling. Like, first of all, she had her glasses. She was indoors throughout. She could have been crying heavily. I had no idea. But to me, like, my first impression of this person that I really love is that she's rude, she's mean. Like, a bunch of kids are surrounding her. She wouldn't even, like, smile or want to take a picture. You know what I mean? And, like, we forget that these people are human beings.
Honestly.
Like, they can have a bad day. They can be annoyed and irritated.
Yeah.
You know?
You have the right to.
I saw a video and that was when I started to think about this thing. Samuel Banks. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah, I think
That does Arike.
yeah.
That day he was going to, I think he was waiting for his ride or something, and then there was this guy that just carried the camera and was putting it there. And Samuel Banks was visibly saying, "I'm not."
Yeah.
He was greeting the guy, but this guy no grief for him.
Yeah.
You wanted to put the phone in his face and stuff. I'm like, so I'm saying that I get things that normal humans can do that celebrity can't do,
Many things.
First off, why are they normal humans?
and they are celebrities. Shey you
Once
get-
you're a celebrity, you're a topic.
why?
Like people treat you like a topic.
I dey shit now. I dey shit. I dey piss. I dey sleep. I dey.
Yeah. And I think like we're so good at we all
Just the people, it's consumers. To be honest.
yeah, we all
Say
know
na
what to do.
consumer.
And like we
now, because they preach to us, they give us this kind of life, and then we expect to see it when we see them, and then we don't now get that side.
I'm not to a point where we forget that they are human at the same time. Because like it's one thing if you're a hypocrite, you're straight up like hypocritical, right? And you're preaching what you don't do. It's another thing if you falter, and that's normal for. I feel like you see celebrities. Okay, say someone cheated on a specific celebrity and she took him back. And like you have women who have taken men back 101 times. They say she deserves it. She could have walked away the first time. Like
True.
exactly, you don't know the context. You don't know anything surrounding that person and their relationship. But like they are this topic, and you have a sense of right and wrong, and you place them inside that box, forgetting that
I think everybody should be celebrities.
Yeah, so we can all judge
So we can
ourselves.
also say, yeah. Let everybody be
Fair
celebrities.
enough. Anyway, my second question is: what is one take that you say now that you get cancelled on this spot? Like a controversial take that you stand by, not something that is necessarily idiotic, just something that, like and you stand by, but is unpopular. Someone said Dodo is trash. I don't believe that. Like, that's weird. I'll start. Can I start?
But Princess.
My one is long though. My one is like too much. My one is okay.
Yeah,
so you
give
know
us
how
message translation.
Okay.
They talk. Make I dey use them. They think.
you know how they always say, okay, not they always say, but there's this thing where people who teach about how to choose a spouse, they have this perception, or they rightly so advise that you should take into consideration the family that someone comes from. And sometimes that kind of excludes, or I think, what's the word to use? Pushes to the side people who are from homes that are not proper, or say polygamous homes, or single mother homes, or homes where like it's not the
best
ideal for
So is it that nobody will marry those ones?
yeah, so that's what I think. I think it's good advice, because this thing does affect people, right?
Is that going to get you cancelled?
No, but like I guess it's not good, but it's unpopular because everybody says, okay, where you come from affects who you are, and that is true.
It does
but
affect,
to
yeah.
me, it's like, okay, say a pastor is on stage saying this, your congregation is filled with everybody. So the people that are from these broken homes, they are sitting there too and thinking, do I not deserve love?
Or orphans.
Exactly. Well, that their own is different, but it's like, okay,
But
there are
they have-
people.
what do they have parents?
This affects people, rightly so, but there are people who have worked on themselves. They recognize how where they come from have affected them, and they are doing the work or have done the work. But because of this conditioning, people discard them before they get to know them. And I think another thing that annoys me is there are some people who come from homes that are not necessarily the best. But because your parents are still together, you're judging someone whose mom had the boldness to leave.
Walk out, yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I think there are nuances here that are not taken into account, and I feel like it's not spoken about in enough balance to include people who have done the work on themselves. That's my unpopular opinion.
My own is this thing is my. But if you come for me, so if you drag me, we'll generate fascia. I believe that women should not work.
Should not work from home, right?
Wow, you're just
Should not work at all.
What do
you
mean
don't
I should
even
not work?
walk, you flew.
I believe that women should not work. I
sit
believe
down. What do you
that-
mean?
Yes,
What do you
I
mean?
believe that
Explain
women
yourself
should-
better.
Mama, relax now. You get
I
there.
believe
Okay.
that women should be at home, take care of the house, and take care of the children.
So that when you say,
I'm so
when you
sorry.
say,
Sorry for the laugh. Continue.
but you said,
Yeah. Quick, like, I feel like he has more to say. Please explain this.
My
your
thought
point well.
is this, especially in this age, in this day. You see, before it used to, because the truth is before, father and mother might not be at home, and then they'll leave the child to the care of any other person. Those any other person in those days, they used to have the fear of God.
So now, why is it now? Why does it fall? Why does the onus fall on the woman to be the one that should now be at home?
So because of the strength that God has given a man, that's how I see it.
Strength
The
in
physical
what?
strength. Physical strength.
woman they go gym now, brother.
No.
You
Even, not
say
even
she's
that. Like,
powerful
so men are no more going out to hunt. That's not the work they are doing.
Hunt us how?
Like, so he says physical strength that God has given
Please,
men.
man, can't be on town.
Exactly. So the work now is
Cockroach, are
basically
you fair flying cockroach?
it's basically mental work. It's basically we all went to school to study how to be
that you're saying
an accountant,
online,
a surgeon.
I get.
So if we're talking about work, we're not only talking about work that has to do with lifting or fighting or
There's that.
Yeah. So
all I'm just saying is attention wise. If both of you can sort it out, that you're able to give, because there is you giving attention to yourself. You can only raise because you've been raised. So if you can give attention to yourself and you are well, then how about your children?
But what if you don't want to have kids? What then change? That doesn't change.
If you don't have children, fire law. In US they used to say pack shift, collect shift. But then once you have children, I believe that you have a huge responsibility.
both partners.
Both partners, actually. But then what I'm saying is that because money has to come into the house, right?
Yes.
You people will need money to survive.
So
and
why can't
stuff.
it be the way you're saying it? You've already put the woman in that position to be
So
the
people
one.
are arguing. I'm not looking at the camera now.
So why
And
can't
the,
it? Why
the,
can't
the way
it
I
be?
see it is honestly just because of the sheer strength.
See, let me
that a
help because
man
I know what you're
has.
trying to say. You're trying to say like women have that
Women
natural.
places in the house. That's what he's saying. He's a misogynist.
Okay,
He's a
for
misogynist.
the seminar, put knife in my neck. I'm feeling
Make sure you
you.
nail him.
Women tend to have that natural ability, but I think just because that is so doesn't mean that the men cannot learn it. And I think you both have to work around what works, because I feel like there are women who would love to stay at home and take care of their children full time. That's fine, but I think the woman should have the choice.
If your wife is first lady, if your wife is president of the country, you're not going to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Because now she's the
I
president.
don't
She's
get.
number one.
Okay, maybe they can't lock me for prison.
No,
I don't get
she
choice.
can't be at home. Are you aware?
So what?
You
But
be the first man.
You be the first, yeah. First man, office of the first man.
I don't know, man. I think that. Okay, well, we fit if we dey date and she dey aspire that kind
You
of
self
thing.
now,
and
you
the-
cannot even marry a woman and say she should not work. You both need to support each other.
I
The economy is too crazy.
Is
for you to depend on one person.
that's why I said. That's why I said. That's why I said.
You broke. You say your
That's
wife
why,
no work.
exactly.
You
That's
don't
why
have
it's a very dicey thing.
No. Well, I don't be you. I talk about. It's just like general.
Yeah.
It's just like. I
No,
don't
but
know.
you know this is my thought the first time he said it.
That was-
I don't believe a woman should work. I was just like, how will you feed her?
And that's the thing that economy no far.
she's not
Economy,
doing that.
no man. Economy no far. Economy
she's
no
not
far.
working.
No man. Can if I can do one work now, and I have to be collecting like maybe 500,000 per month, I'm like, wow, all right now.
$500,000.
I'm like,
Do you know what 500K is?
Yeah. I don't think so.
If you
That's
take
right.
out 1K from 500K, it's messed up already.
It's gbogbo kini gan government náà ló tún fà àwọn lọ́dún fẹ́ máa yọ tax owó tí ò tí ì tó kankan.
Include
Wọ́n ti fẹ́ máa yọ tax.
I don't feel
That's
that
what I'm saying.
generally.
Yeah, I don't have
The
to
reason
speak
why
Yoruba.
the reason why I'm just going to keep it to myself,
Because
and I
of
know
our
it's
process.
because of economy. If economy is good and everything normal, everything standard, and see the truth is, if not that this thing, all this independent woman go, kí ni wọ́n gan wá kiri? Kí ló ń wá kiri? Ṣé
What does that
dandan
mean?
ni? Ṣé
Is
sorry?
that what is amiss that you are?
What like
you're
as a
suffering
woman, as a woman,
Yeah.
as a woman, why must you drive Benz? Why must you like?
You know, Chope, one thing,
I don't know
one
what
thing you're not
priority-
putting into account is it's not just about like work is not always
Why are you working?
strenuous.
Why is an average person working?
work is not always like something to stress you. I think people are passionate. Like people want to bring things to life. People want to be involved in like people have purpose, vision, you know? So like you cannot just say, oh, I don't want to stress my wife. I don't want her to work. Like she's passionate about things herself.
Is
that she
purpose
wants to-
and vision still driving people to work? It's money that is
But
driving
there's a
people.
conversation. If for sure he has the money to take care of
If I have the money,
does
if
that
I
make
have,
it right? No, right is relative now, right? Because it's not a
What I'm-
future doesn't say, oh, women must know.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's really
yes,
dependent on,
yes.
but just that then make it. Because now we can always argue for this, but when we know that there's money, you know how women will say, oh, they want an odogu.
Yeah.
Odogu can come, Odogu they give you money.
can't say
Right,
you want
can't say
to
this,
set
that.
up
Would
shop
that-
for
would that-
Yaba.
Would that change the dynamic?
I think again, what I'm
Ogwarimpa.
trying to say is
Yeah,
this
but-
depends
Ogwarimpa.
on the woman should have the choice because say you have
Yeah,
all the
true,
money,
true.
right?
But the other end of the home-
If I married someone who had all the money for me to not work a day in my life, I would still want to do certain things, not for the money, just
you not get
for
married to him. You
Yeah.
lose. Think about it.
not for the money, but just because like there's so much I'm passionate about. There's so much I want to birth.
Money can buy your passion.
No, you cannot. Like
sure?
I would literally be
You don't have a
depressed
price.
if I did
You
not
get
have.
money, see as you dey do. Person wey get money, they say money can. Person wey get. If you get money, come buy my own passion. My own passion, you no cost. Come
That's what
me,
I'm saying.
fund me $5 million. So
I
take
will
your
give my
passion.
passion.
Fair enough, but like yeah,
You don't go, my own passion
let
don't
the
go
woman
with
have
that.
the choice.
So
Let her
yeah,
have-
honestly, if I have the money, if I go, me and Elon Musk, so we dey sit down for the same share. My wife will not do shit.
you marry someone who doesn't want to do shit.
Who doesn't want to do shit?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But then, like he has said, like, for me, what's like my own? I don't think I have any unpopular around that. I just think
Are you sure you just don't want to get cancelled?
me. People wait on they cancel me from time. Do I have any unpopular that? To be honest, not comes to mind. Sharon, not comes to mind. You guys have spoken the
It's
most.
a clean boy. It's me that training. It's my boy. It's my boy.
So it's well, except I don't know. I don't. The concept of wheels.
Will.
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 I feel like they're outdated.
Really? So like parents should not leave things to their kids?
Go and work for your things.
Oh,
So-
okay.
so
Will
where-
as per
where will the-
Ogun inheritance. Joe.
So where will the things go to?
Yo,
Give it to the poor.
which poor? Why poor?
where
Why
your-
poor?
where your turn reach,
Why-
give your
if you
things to
reach
your
your turn, give your things to the poor.
what I said about your
Even God,
unpopular stuff?
My bro.
Eh, no.
Is that what I said
Even
about your
God.
unpopular stuff?
Even God.
That's not unpopular opinion.
Even
If one
God.
country cancel me.
Even God.
Wait,
Give
no,
your
so
will
what
to the poor.
specifically?
Let the will of the Lord be
What
done in the
specifically?
life of
Where
poor
your
people.
turn reach, don't take anything from your parents.
I swear.
I'm not taking anything from them.
I
I'm
don't
going to-
know.
I'm going to reject whatever they
Even God, Almighty God, they give us inheritance. You go. Hey, take your time.
How does that? He has given you whatever you need to work. Like he has given you the education, the
Baba,
access.
the Bible
He's
says
not
that.
giving any car in your name. He's not giving any house in your name. He's giving it to people.
What's that? Who say God?
No, that's what I mean by your father giving his will out. Like the concept of will is outdated. Let your parents.
I don't. Okay.
So,
That's
my daddy
your
will buy
opinion.
car. He will not die. He will not go and give from Musa
That's
Legbe
all I
Titi.
really want to do. It.
Back by it, Musa.
If you don't,
I will not show Musa. That's not right. My daddy buy better
I don't even
AMG.
understand this, but that sounded funny.
AMG. Don't. Hey, wait.
Should I say I don't want to talk? You say I should talk. Now
I
want to dance.
Sorry.
No, actually
Sorry.
talk am.
Sorry.
No, actually you talk am. No talk am.
But
No,
I am
you
actually so grateful that I did not like there were platforms that my parents put me on because life would have been so much harder for me.
I don't know if my dad if they,
But
that,
that's what I'm, see, the context here is will. That is what he gives when he's dying.
like the material things.
If you
Ẹgbẹ́ wá jọ torí Ọlọ́run.
that's what I mean. But like he's obviously going to get you good schools, good education, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
The funny
But
me
like,
go.
the cars, I think I should give to other people who do stuff.
Daddy my lawyer EMG my
That's my own popular opinion.
When shall is your opinion?
I guess you guys will be fine.
Yeah, everybody will be fine.
When your daddy is ready to you give me the land.
Yeah, I think actually just let's befriend your parents.
Let's defend my parents.
Yes.
But when we were saying that you should send us money that time for our thoughts, we were saying
No.
no, I don't forget things. Me, I don't keep forgetting. No. That's the will of my own. That's my will of my
Because
father.
even God, they give us inheritance.
I'm not saying your father is not going to give you inheritance. He has already given you what that pertains to life and godliness. So when he's
There is
dying,
still the kingdom of God.
When he's dying, you know that people, imagine other people that will need those wealth.
Oh, God, me,
So
other
me,
people
I
say
don't
go
need
Ozu.
it.
So say I me no need
He
that.
has already made you well off. He has made you doing stuff for yourself.
I will still need it.
I mean, I go still need that
I will
AMG.
still like bears.
I go still need that AMG. But they go give Musa.
I
Na
know
me
one.
say me Musa. Na me say me Musa that you know.
Musa life better. You are aware.
Musa like I go dey buy suya for your hand now. Say
You're going to make Musa life better.
I
Look
go.
at the future.
You wish future.
Like life that you can.
I feel not live reach that future. Then make I press the AMG.
You know,
You know, mama shame man.
that's my own popular opinion.
It's unpopular to talk. Don't talk it outside. Only buy it here.
Please, I just got him. I don't want this guy next episode. I don't want him next. So yeah, so it's like now that we're talking about wheels and father living stuff off, it's like you know, I made a tweet one time where I said I'm not comfortable with the concept of masculinity, where they tell you, oh, for you to be a man, all that requires for you is, oh, we need men should be able to cry. I feel like we have doubled down so much on the concept of masculinity that we think all that is attached to it is just expression via perhaps tears.
Sorry, I also read a post
Okay,
to
sorry,
give
man.
context to the conversation.
Hey, I don't remember what I said.
So, Dr. Foipo said that, why must you wear female clothes and crack jokes?
Okay.
What's the why? Why? If the only way to be funny is to borrow womanhood as a costume, then you're not joking anymore. You're shaping identity. Dear fathers, let people do what they want on the internet, but don't hand your sons over to it. Do not let them watch it like it's harmless comedy, because it's not just entertainment, it's training. A joke that bends masculinity eventually breaks it. So you can also.
I mean, it has bent it already, so it's very close to breaking.
Okay. Yeah. So and so it's like, where's like the line? For example, I'll give you context. Like, you know how you watch like new age skit makers, and you see them dressed in like
Women
bars
clothes, yeah, stuff, yeah.
And funny enough, like what they're saying has context. Like they're probably telling you that, but then we see like you see young people young boys who watch these things, and then you probably think like, oh, it's cool to like this is how like you can be both. You know, that's what we're selling now. Like you can do both, and like God has put standards. God has said this is how you be. If you're this is how you should be. If you're this. Combined. It's not like Venn diagram where you do like an intersection, have A and B together in one set. Right? So for us, it's like for you as a man, it's like how perhaps what has redefined your concept of was there been any time where masculinity for you has been this way, and then you discovered that, oh, I think this is how it should be, or has something shaped you in a way where you'd be like, even when I raise sons, this is perception of manhood I think I want to lay down for them, right? And for you, I don't know if you have brothers or if you have male friends and all that. Like, what have you gleaned from having to interact with them that has perhaps shaped your concept of masculinity? Right, so I'll start with
I think that for me, so I don't know, but if we look at it on a general view, I think that's how it is for everybody. Your first direct contact with what a man should be with is your father, right? So if a father gets it wrong, and that's why I really appreciate what Dr. Foy said when he said the work is now on the fathers. Right. So for me, my first direct contact with what being a man looks like was with my father, and in all honesty, it was not the best. I mean, with everything that I know now, it was not the best. Heaven rest his soul. I saw him make a lot of mistakes. A lot, right? So growing, one of the first things, I love the way the Bible puts it. The Bible would always say, the man Jesus. The man Jesus. So what that tells me is that an ideal man is a Jesus kind of man. So how did Jesus, portray masculinity? How did he, show us to be a man? How did he, I whenever people tell me that, is it okay as a man to cry? I say, Jesus cried. The Bible says Jesus wept. So I think Jesus cried, and I don't have a lot of.
But Jesus cried and then he got up and did
Of
the work
course, that's what I made a post one time, and one of the things I said was, Jesus crying was to show us that he was a man, but then he didn't just end it there. After he finished the emotional work of masculinity, he switched to the divine. Right? He went into the divine mode by now going ahead to, the whole Lazarus thing.
This thing of men crying or not crying.
So,
I've-
before you speak,
Yeah.
maybe because of personal experience, do you think, when they say men should be vulnerable, do you think men should be vulnerable to men or men should be vulnerable to women? Because I've been vulnerable with women before, and they process it in such a way where you feel worse off
Really?
sharing it.
with them.
Maybe it's just the dynamics of how we are.
Yeah.
Or who you are, the people, or probably the people you
Yeah, because
spoke
you
to.
share it and they feel like, I feel even worse off. Like, and they share you something, you say, next you say, Abi, you need therapist. Therapist out there. From when to when. Right? But not like that was it. Not like that was
When you
it.
say what's up, like, do you mean they didn't want to see you in that way because you're a man, or?
No, it felt like, I should not have just said this to my brothers. Right? Because it was something that I was trying to deal with, and he was helping me out of, right? So opening up to you and be, this is where I'm at, right? And then it's like, it's so hard to process, and you're like, I think it's so bad, I think you just might need a therapist.
That was. Are you saying that was probably not what you needed to hear at that time?
No, not at all.
I mean, them saying that you need a therapist made you feel worse. That, let's say you were trying to handle the things small. Now that you now said
you need vulnerable. I said,
you now-
they say I should be vulnerable. Yeah,
you now
be
told them,
vulnerable.
they now say you need a
It's
therapist.
vulnerable. You need a therapist. But now in that dynamics here, I know definitely it's not all women. Like, I know it's just obviously that's just like it. But then when we say men should be vulnerable, do you think women have like enough capacity to perhaps
Handle the
that
issues of
vulnerability?
men?
Not solve the problem. Because trust me, when men are being vulnerable, it's not because
Yeah.
they don't even know what to do. They probably, after they have shared what they stand up and go do what they need to do.
Yeah.
They just need that being able to process it gracefully.
Yeah.
Right? So how then, maybe for women, how then do you think they can handle men's vulnerability? Because that's what they always say, because men don't speak enough. Every day one do men's anniversary, be men's day. Yeah, men speak up. Men go
They
speak up.
they don't do spoken words for us, Tyre.
Men, you can in the I don't. But yeah, how did you go about that? Like, if maybe a brother or someone close to you is like being vulnerable, how do you accommodate that without them feeling even worse off? Without them feeling like, now my guys I go just deal with.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I think a lot of people have different ways that they want to, be consoled or embraced when they are going through something. And I think there's always a need to just understand that, especially if it's someone that's close to you,
Yeah.
to just observe and be like, okay, whenever this person is talking, they just want me to keep quiet and listen, or they want a nice movie. But I think that we do have a lot of capacity to, if you go to anybody and they're not able to carry the weight of your vulnerability, then that's someone you should not be around. But I don't think that dictates the general, acceptance level of our gender. I think
I get that.
there's a lot of capacity for that. And I also think we do need to realize that there are sometimes that we are insensitive and we don't even realize it. There's a lot of insensitivity that we don't. That thing that you said exactly, like we're saying men open up, and when they open up, we don't realize that we are not sensitive enough to those challenges that they go through, to the things that they are opening up about, to the things that they need as people in general. So I think there's definitely space there for growth. But yeah, if anyone is not like open enough to like carry your burdens, especially someone who has your friend, male or female, you should not be friends with that person.
I think what I would say to any girl is, regardless, because sometimes the stuff might be too much that you might not be able to think that, is this the right person to talk to or not? You get? So I think that if at any point a person just opens up to you as a lady, just listen and encourage.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's like the easiest thing to do. Listen and encourage. Don't try to profess solution that you're not going to profess something that is going to.
But guys, there's so many times where this conversation of guys, of men crying, where like men,
if a man cries, if your boyfriend cries, what are you going to do?
I would love it. But like there are times where I talk to my friends and they're like, "Oh, I've not cried."
I'm going to. Hey, please, who can start teaching me how to cry?
You know what I on this show again? She doesn't say the truth.
No, but it
you will love it, Abby.
It feels like
I need crying lessons, please.
See what you're
Probably
saying.
she can.
I feel like a wall has just crumbled. Like you've let me see you at your. That's a
you tell your girl, say,
opportunity.
That boy's a big cry.
I don't know who you guys have been with. I don't know who scarred you.
You love it.
No, but seriously,
you will love it.
I feel like you guys are traumatized, but sorry about that.
Very good. I think men can cry.
Yeah.
But I don't
So you're married, like I say that.
I don't think men should cry to
Women.
people generally.
Why?
Because your child cannot come and miss you. That they sent me out of school, man. Your father starts to cry.
True.
That's your child.
So I'm just saying,
Even to people, actually.
There's no food at home.
Because I feel like there's a level of intimacy that forms when I know that you're allowing me to see your weakness. I feel like
I said that you can be vulnerable.
Has it happened before?
But I don't think
Has it happened before?
you should cry.
that what?
That a boy cried to you in your presence?
Yes.
Yeah, happened to you
I've
before?
seen my brother cry.
Leave your brother. Let's assume that I'm your boyfriend.
Wait, are you guys?
Let's assume that I'm your boyfriend. Say why you are this my only opportunity. Say. Let's assume. Let's assume that I'm your boyfriend.
That I have a boyfriend.
That I'm the one.
Why must he be the one?
Wait first, still wait. Hey, see supposed song.
Chopin, calm down. But yeah. Let's assume I have a boyfriend.
That is me.
Okay.
Yeah, I give up.
Let's move on.
I give up. Has it happened to you, like your boyfriend crying in your presence before?
I don't remember it happening. But this
You cannot-
doesn't.
you
This
cannot
doesn't
say
mean.
I don't think that you should say you would like it. I don't think that you should say you would
But you
love
can
it.
also not say that this is the response when it has not happened. Like the same goes for you. I just feel like a lot of guys have asked, okay, when was the last time you cried? And they're telling me 2006. I'm just like, how have you
I
guys?
cried this year, Shabo.
Like you now.
How are you able to hold all of that in without an outlet? And also, how do you, like, there's a guy friend of mine that I spoke to who runs a company and was like telling me about, oh, like this thing happened, this deal happened, and and it fell to the ground. And like, I don't want to talk to my girlfriend about it because I don't want to burden her. And I'm just like, I would be so upset if something was happening and you're not like, because like, how else?
No, there's
how else do
boyfriend talking to girlfriend about their stuff.
Yeah, but like, how else do we bond? Like, how else can I?
Yes.
Yes, that's how I bond with my girlfriends. Like, how else? If I am always seeing you at your best, how else is that intimacy going to be forged? Like,
I get you.
I
Actually.
get you, but I don't get you, Sean.
Me, I even actually get you. But you see that crying stuff, because I agree with TNT when he says that, like, something happens now.
When your response should be solution based.
Yeah.
You can
There's a song that
Later.
says, I think it's a Kendrick Lamar song, cry later or something. Die
Yes.
now, cry later, something like that. It's like do the work.
Do the
Solve the
stuff.
problem.
And then maybe,
You get.
but not like your initial response is the ball as in man, a brother. Like,
No, imagine it's me.
I don't. Do we think that this is healthy?
that holding your tears
Yeah.
from a scientific point of view, or just emotional.
In general, yeah.
I don't know what
I don't
scientists
know.
have
It
to say
depends
to
on
that.
the moment. For example, just like this.
And will you die if you're not
my,
crying in 10 years?
if my child comes to me now, if my child comes to me now and he says the sentiment of, it will pain me.
Yeah.
But I cannot be crying in that moment.
No. Don't cry in front of your child. But would you cry to your wife? Say your child was expelled.
To my wife, yes, I could.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Cry to
about.
my wife that my child was expelled.
Both cry
My child, I'll
together.
cry. What are you saying? They expel you. You cry.
Oh no, not expel you. They say
something
come out
happened.
for school.
No,
Like,
no English.
it's ID,
Be careful.
English.
Be careful. Which
They
one?
say you not pay school fees. Say
You say expel. Was it better
I
than
don't know.
back?
Expel.
I don't know.
Ajebasha.
I don't know. It just came to mind.
Hey.
But
Oh,
like
he damn, I don't
something
know.
emotional. I just think that, especially with people who love you, like they want to be there for you. And
Yeah. But
I think-
will you get tired if for every emotional downtime that your boyfriend has, it comes to you in tears? Are you not going to get one out?
that's an assumption that you've made of me or whoever you
Is it
that's
a
an
business?
assumption you've made of the person that you're going to be with without even allowing
It's a
them.
question I ask you now,
to-
boss.
she don't know as well. That's what
I-
I'm saying.
I-
That imagine that it's me. That's what I'm saying.
My brother in the Lord, calm down, please. Calm down.
I just think, I think it's good to be strong, but I don't think that you should go to the extreme where you are a curated version of yourself and you're not allowing
Yeah, that's
people
valid. To break
yeah,
down.
to have intimacy with you. In
Jesus
on
is
that
your
level.
ideal man. Be like
So now I've
Jesus.
learned today that you can be intimate with tears.
Yes, I
Under
think
shall never see.
it's
my
a,
brother.
it's a way to bond.
Let's try it now. Like,
Let me see all of you. Let me see the parts of you that's
I
unsure.
have this seat. Let me help you and test it.
Please leave this place.
Like, I just help you and test it down. So that you know how you
My brother in the
react.
Lord, I'll send you a gym routine so that will build your confidence.
I don't know. Maybe you understand what I'm saying.
No, I don't. I like not even a little bit.
I don't cry anything.
Anyway, let's do a round of random internet ideologies, and you guys tell me what you think.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, a woman should never propose to a man.
Is it a contrast is proposing or what?
Agree or disagree?
You go come up for it, Nana. I mean,
Sorry. You said that person was proposing and the girl was kneeling, and then she was speaking in tongues that they were giving her the knee.
that one, I don't see that one.
I saw it.
Yeah,
Kilo share, baby.
But again, context.
But, yeah,
You have
I mean,
context.
for me-
Maybe.
See this?
So it's a cultural thing. The
Maybe.
way me I see it, it's a cultural thing that it is the man that's supposed to propose. And let me show you why from language. In Yoruba, we say "Ofefe ìyàwó." Do you understand?
No.
I will explain. There is it is "Ofefe ìyàwó," "Afe ṣe ìgbéyàwó." If you look at that thing, it's always about the woman. What I'm saying is he wants to marry the wife. We are going to have his wedding ceremony. The meaning is his wedding ceremony in English, but ìgbéyàwó means carrying the wife in Yoruba context. So what I'm trying to say is the wife is the
Yeah.
female gong. She's the main.
Specimen.
I'm trying. I don't want to use price because you turn them to like commodity, and they are not commodity. But she's the
I'm depressed.
main.
She's the price now. The women are the
You
price.
collect
now.
if una collect price, all the best. She's the price, right? So she's the one that is being.
Yeah.
Sold
So she
out.
cannot be the one that
Yeah?
will not be doing. She cannot be the one that will not be doing Uyuma Asao.
Yeah. I don't think
That's why I
it's-
said.
I don't think it's cute either. Like, why are you get up, sis? Please stand up from that place.
I believe a woman
So
can
that
propose to a man. Please do whatever he chooses.
Really?
We're all equal in
If
the
they
eyes of the
propose
Lord.
to you, yeah, accept.
And if the document that has a lot of money involved, why not?
So why did you not now propose to her?
Who be that?
Blah, you know you're waiting this boy talk.
Continue, please. That's what's the next one.
Firstborn son is always the second father.
Really?
I mean,
I'm
Are
the
you
only-
the
I'm the
first
only
one?
son, yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you've entered the role of a father in your family?
Yes, I have, and I feel like it comes with his own baggage too, because like I was speaking to my mom. I go home, I go see her yesterday. I was like, "Yeah, I've not been around for 2-3 weeks. You don't even say how am I eating?" And the next thing she says is, "You're a man now."
hey.
She's right. I'm a man. But in my head, I'm like, no hope for the common man. No. Because why is your initial you will find a way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not easy, but we'll find a way. By God's grace. We'll find a
But
way.
yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Like me now, when my papa don't die, I know. It's my own is by default. I cannot
enough.
argue
I don't
against
like
that.
Yeah, just have to find a way, I guess.
To be fair, I do think it depends on the family because there are families where like
She don't tell us
because you are the son.
no one.
No, not that.
Also,
Because you're the man of the house, like your feet cannot touch the ground. You are served from beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your sisters are like your sister is coming to visit you, she's the one cooking for you. You go to visit
Your
your
mama is
sister,
serving her
she's the one cooking for you. Like everything revolves around the son, the man of the house. And it makes them dependent a lot of times. So I've seen scenarios like that. So I think it depends on the family and the upbringing and the dynamics of all of that.
the former to told me the pa.
I'm not going to say you celebrate. Go wash plates. Don't worry yourself.
Third ideology is your partner must have a car before dating.
Before dating.
Yeah, like you must have a car before dating.
Who? Is it the man must have a car or the girl
I think
must have a car?
this is towards the man.
Why can't the woman have a car?
She's the passenger princess.
Oh, they play. Me, I just
Sophia
for
the
passenger
first.
seats.
So like this now, you agree in it?
I don't know. I think for both parties, it just makes it easier, like to go on dates. And
I come enjoy the long
You
You
don't-
cannot go on date in a bus.
How much
you
is
can.
cannot,
It makes
like,
it
approach.
easier.
I mean, if I have motor,
It makes it easier, sir. Comprehend.
Comprehend it now.
It makes it easier to just be going around town.
But if you okay, continue. I'm with you.
If I buy motor, share you.
See, I think dating is already expensive. So let's
That is
let's,
not the bone of collection. If I buy motor,
please,
share
I
you.
can't even hear you right now. I think let's take it out of the context of is he a man or a woman? For both parties, dating is already on its own very intensive. It's very expensive. It's very so like anything that makes it easier is better.
And but is that like the question is that what?
I mean, it's not
Yeah, that's very
necessary.
necessary. Yeah, so
It's
that's what-
not necessary.
Well, yeah, if you can have a car, by all means, try and get one. But I don't think it's necessary
Yeah.
in one community.
People have
to
even
do
gotten
marriage.
married and stewarded amazing marriages when they did not start with a car.
Yeah, so
I do like to be a passenger princess though. So if you're coming, come correct.
Okay.
Shokwe, shout out to you.
Okay.
You know, so you see fly boss for Agege. Shout out.
It's not.
No, when you get it, my brother, you get it.
Next ideology: if he doesn't post you, you're not the main one.
I mean, I used to post. Like,
Shape, please, I beg you. What do we think about this? If he doesn't post you, you're not the main one.
Well, it could be mutually consensual.
inclusive.
No, consensual. It means like both parties will have agreed not to post each other.
Yeah.
So there is,
I don't think so. But like, you just look at his track record though. Like, if he posts,
But there are only people that post people when they only get married and stuff. Is it
no, like,
dating or when
say
they are
you
married?
say before you knew this guy, you knew that he used to post.
Oh,
his
okay.
ex.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, it's your turn. He's
That's-
now
he's not running away
quiet.
from it. Wrong.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's Femi,
But me,
wrong.
I did not used to do like that too.
If his name is Femi, especially run.
I have a friend named Femi.
Watch out for him.
Balogun Baba Femi.
I'm married in the.
You don't owe your family anything once you succeed.
That's a lie now.
Yeah.
You there your life. You do.
How so?
I mean, I agree. The Bible says that any man that does not take care of his family is worse.
Than an infidel.
There was
But
context to
let's
that.
take
It
this out
wasn't-
of.
It wasn't necessarily about provision. If you read your Bible, well. I know you read your Bible. I'll just adding that.
I'm just-
But still, like. Shout out to you, my brother. But
All you know is that you take care of them now.
Yeah.
Because they've taken care of you. To
Yeah.
just
So
think
like
of the
outside
family.
of the context of say a man who is like who married a woman and they have children. Let's take this to like the child's perspective. So you've grown up in a family, your parents sent you to school, they fed you and everything, and you come out of school now, you have a job, you have you have your own bar, and now you're saying, oh, it was their responsibility to take care of me, I don't owe them anything.
It's a responsibility, but I think it's just out of being someone who
honor.
appreciates and stuff.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
responsibility to know that same way a parent should not be on the neck of our children. Oh, you must sort this out, you must sort it. Because you were meant to do that.
Yeah.
As a child, you're also supposed to. That's it,
Yeah,
God
also
loves us.
you shouldn't use that as, oh, after I did this, like to guilt
To give
trip
them, yeah, no, that's wrong.
your
That's wrong.
children. Yeah, that's definitely emotional.
Blackmail.
Yeah, exactly. But you two children, honor your parents. Like like have that responsibility, I think, to just be a person of honor.
Let
All of that.
thy head be correct. All right, guys. So, what are you people watching?
Coming of the Lord.
Which film?
January 2026.
Well,
Lord, the
You
Lord
guys
is
know
back.
I've never watched Passion of the Christ.
Go and watch
Are you
Chosen.
passionate about him at all? Are you?
Why did I even laugh about that?
Oh, someone.
yeah, I'm
Lie,
saying-
he's a lie. Yenta.
You can lie.
I'm saving it for Easter, so I have it on my laptop now. I think it
yeah,
will
no.
hit most in
Be careful.
Easter.
The Lord, the
There's-
coming of the Lord, no one knows. So watch it before you start.
Does that guarantee my spot in heaven? But there's one I watched that was a parody, and I thought whenever people ask me, "Have you watched Passion of the Christ?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've watched it.
Oh.
I didn't know it was like I think it was called Jesus Christ Superstar. I saw it recently,
Yes.
and
shit.
it's such a
Oh, go.
blasphemous version
Oh, go,
of
bros.
the
J.
original thing.
Was it not Netflix or stuff?
No, it's not. I don't know
Tell
where
me
I
I've
saw
heard
it,
of
but I was just like, oh my gosh, I saw scenes of this. Let me go and look for it,
Yeah.
just to see
Was he just crucified there?
he was, but somehow they made Judas the good guy,
I know deal.
and then it was
You waiting you the watch. I know deal.
it was so somehow, and I didn't realize what it was when I was a kid. I just thought I watched Passion of the Christ.
That one's anti-passion.
Anti-passion.
Passion fruit. What am I watching? I think I'm trying to catch up with this Korean drama series called The Manipulated or something like that.
Why do we shouting Lee?
Shaolin.
Shinton
Yeah. So that's just what I'm catching up on. And then watching all football too. Alright. What are you watching?
What am I watching? The Chosen. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
seeing
man,
the
that as
finale.
well.
Why are you guys just in sync? Like, what's
ID,
the
why
man,
are
what
we
you
in
saying?
sync?
Father, what are you saying? What are you saying?
What are you
Speak to
saying?
your son,
Speak to
sir.
your
Speak to your son.
On that note, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and having this conversation with us. We will see you in the next episode. Bye.